Hi, Ken Schaefer here. This video is how to put together a Mollice Pack configuration. And you may ask, what is a Mollice Pack? Well, a Mollice Pack is a combination of MOLLE gear, MOLLE military surplus gear, and ALICE Pack military surplus gear. The ALICE Pack is an older generation of rucksacks for the military, and the MOLLE system is the more current version of rucksacks for the military. This is kind of an evolution of something I found when I was studying bushcraft and survival. I came across a configuration called the Hellcat configuration, and it was a combination of ALICE gear and MOLLE gear. The difference between what I'm going to show you today and what the Hellcat configuration is the Hellcat configuration uses an ALICE Pack frame. The Mollice Pack configuration uses a MOLLE frame. So more about myself. I have a company called Trekking that's a subsidiary of Healthy Sexuality with Candoc LLC. And I'm partnering with Michael No Excuse, the owner of The Art of Rucking. And he is promoting rucking as a form of fitness training. I am very enthusiastic about using rucking as a form of fitness training. And I'm so enthusiastic about it, I wrote this book called, I hope you can see it, it's called The Art of Rucking, FMTAOR-01. It's available on Amazon, $9.99 for the paperback, $6.99 for the Kindle. I am going to show you step by step how to build this configuration. This is all military surplus gear, and you can find it from military surplus stores. There are many places. The ALICE packs may be getting harder to find because the military isn't using them anymore or making them anymore. I think there are knockoff versions of the ALICE Pack that you can buy. So here is the ALICE Pack. This is just the pack. This is the old school Vietnam era pack. This is a medium. They come in small, medium, and large. I have never seen a small ALICE Pack. I've never seen one. If they exist, they existed in very limited quantities. You wouldn't want to use a small ALICE Pack for rucking. This is a medium, like I said. You can use this for rucking. Okay, so as you can see on the ALICE Pack, there's this little, I don't know what you call it, pocket. It's not really a pocket because it's open at the top. And it just so happens that that pocket fits over this medium frame. This is not a frame that you would see with the large MOLLE system. This is a frame you would see with a medium MOLLE pack. Okay, so there you go. Fits right in there. And it's almost as if it was made for the ALICE Pack. So slide this medium MOLLE frame into the pocket of the ALICE Pack. Then the ALICE Pack has these straps that you can use to secure the pack to the frame, the bottom of the pack to the frame. So there's a little hole right here. These are where the belt will get attached, but you secure it by putting this strap through this hole, and then putting it through the buckle, pulling it tight. All right, and you do that on both sides. So here's the strap going above where the belt is going to be attached, going up to this third hole right here, putting it through, and Then putting it through the buckle and cinching it down. Okay, the next part is going to be attaching the belt. So let me grab the belt over here. Okay, so this is a medium MOLLE belt. Most MOLLE belts are very big. They have a large surface area, and I've tried it with that. Many people use the large belt. I don't like it, and the reason why is that whenever I tried to use the large MOLLE belt, it would dig into my glutes. And it wasn't that it was painful, but it would actually start to deactivate some of the muscles in the back of my leg. And so it became harder to do my rucking because the muscles in my legs were getting turned off by the pressure of the large MOLLE belt. You don't even really have to have a MOLLE belt, but you can use the old Mollice Pack belt. That will be perfectly fine, but I would suggest using the medium MOLLE belt. Okay, so here I'm going to feed the two bottom holes are where you put these MOLLE straps through. So I'm going to feed this through. Okay, and then I'm going to feed it into this buckle. And it's all pretty straightforward. Oops. Pretty straightforward, but I still did it backward. Okay, so I fed it through here. Fed it through here. All right. Now I'm going to do it with the second strap. Same thing. Feed it in to this top hole here, and then underneath through a bottom hole. Oops, that didn't work out. Okay, fed it through. Do the same thing with the belt buckle. Yeah. Feed it in. Feed it through. Okay, so I got half of it attached. Now I'm going to go to the other side, do the exact same thing. Feed it in, feed it in, feed it under, feed it under. Okay, attach it to the belt buckle, the buckles. So now I just have to tighten it down. I didn't tighten it down right away just so I could get them all on there. Do the same with the top ones here. All right. Now, I have the belt on. I have it nice and tight. This is a very important part of a rucksack system because you're going to wrap this above your hips so that your hips are going to carry a lot of the weight from the rucksack. You don't want to carry all the weight on your shoulders. Okay, now the next step is to use the MOLLE shoulder straps. And this is the most complicated part of the whole system. And there's actually two pieces. Okay, so I'm going to start with these straps. So you need to go down and anchor these straps to the pack, and this is going to be the bottom attachment for your shoulder straps. Okay, so what I'm doing is above where I anchored the pack to the frame, the bottom of the pack to the frame, I'm going to put in these straps right in here into this first lengthy pole that is a series of poles that go up the frame. I'm going to put that in through here. There's a little loop on the end, and I'm going to feed that through, cinch that down, and that is going to be the bottom attachment for the MOLLE straps. Okay, let's do that on the other side. All right. Now I'll put those out of the way. So the MOLLE gear, the straps are attached to this little backpack. So you start by, I think it's, okay, so I'm going to feed it in through this hole right below the Alice Pack pocket. I'm going to do that on both sides, obviously. All right, then I'm going to cinch these down using the buckle that's supplied. Okay, and then there's a little Velcro piece here that I'll put together. Do the same thing on the other side. Feed it into the buckle. Cinch it down. And attach the Velcro. So here's what it is. This is the backpack, and this is going to come up here. All right. So attaching the straps to the top. Okay, so we've attached the bottom parts here, just as you would on any MOLLE pack. The bottom straps, I'm going to need to tighten this up a bit, but I'll worry about that later. Okay, so as you can see, here is a buckle that comes with the MOLLE shoulder straps, and it has a little piece, little metal piece that you can feed through this buckle at the top of the ALICE pack, and I'll show you what you do with that in a few minutes. But getting it in there is a bit of a trick. Okay, you have to take the metal piece, kind of slide it in, but sideways, and kind of work it in. And then what I do is I take a pair of pliers, and it gives me a little bit of extra power to get that in. It's really a bit tricky, but it's totally doable. Okay, there. I just got it in. Now you have these top straps that normally would go through and attach to the MOLLE frame, but the MOLLE frame is not conveniently available to feed them through. So you're going to have to feed them through this buckle at the top. And it's going to be right in there, packed in there with these buckle attachments. So you take this strap, feed it through the ALICE pack buckle. Okay. Then feed that part through the MOLLE buckle. And make it nice and tight, like I have not done right here. Okay. Put that out of the way. Do the same on the other side. I'm taking this strap at the top, feeding it through the ALICE pack buckle underneath these little attached buckles that I showed you earlier. Okay. So yeah. Then find the ALICE pack buckle, strap it in, Okay, so these little attachment buckles I showed you earlier, there's a second strap on the shoulder strap. There's a second strap that's just here, and you feed that in through this buckle. And this is a bit tricky too. feed that in to both ends of the buckle. I'm going to get my pliers again. So it's really a good idea to have a pair of pliers with you when you're doing this, for obvious reasons. It just will simplify the process. There. Okay. And this can be used to adjust how the shoulder strap sits on your shoulders. I'll do this on the other side here. And wouldn't you know it, I put this one in backward. So let me correct that. All right. So I had put this on upside down, and I'll reiterate, have a pair of pliers, preferably needle nose pliers with you. It'll make this part of putting the Mollice Pack together so much easier. You can't, I have done it without pliers, but it's a real pain. All right, again, I'm going to attach the second part of the top level of the back, the shoulder pad straps. I'm going to feed that through underneath this buckle that I was struggling with. Then in through the MOLLE buckle. All right, then I take the second strap, and again I'm going to need my pliers, or the pliers will make this part easier. Feed this up through this buckle. I didn't need the pliers this time, okay. These upper straps are used to adjust how the weight sits on your shoulders. Okay, so when I told you where to attach this bottom portion of the shoulder strap, I told you to attach it at this first hole above where you anchored the bottom of the Alice Pack to the MOLLE frame. I realized when I put it on, it wasn't fitting right. And so I realized that what I was doing before is I'm sliding this into the top hole where the belt is attached. I'm sliding this loop here in through that hole, and then feeding it through And the beauty of this system is that there's more than one way you could do this. So you can make personal modifications depending on your needs. If I were a taller person, that attachment point probably would have been just fine. But since I'm a shorter person, I needed to attach the bottom portion of the shoulder strap at a lower point on the frame. And just like I showed you before, you lift the buckle here, push in the bottom portion, and snap it in. And then there's a little snap here. And so if you want to do a quick release, you rip up on this snap, it pops the buckle, and you can drop the pack. So when I have this on, have it buckled up, okay, so I can adjust the shoulder pads, the shoulder straps with these bottom straps, and you'll find that you're probably going to need to retighten these on a regular basis. And then I can adjust these as well. These once I have them set, I don't find that I need to adjust them very often, but these I do, because you want this whole thing to be nice and tight, and you want the pack to mold to your body. You don't want it falling loose off of your body or flapping around next to your body. You want everything cinched up tight. Okay, so the Mollice Pack. Next video will be how to make one of these using the ALICE frame, and I will probably follow up with how to do an equivalent configuration using the large ALICE pack. Subscribe to my channel, stay tuned, more stuff about rucking is coming up and will be on the way.